Hello everybody, with you today Dani at Beauty Symbol Studios. I do research on skincare products and what works, what doesn't. I try out masks and treatments and stuff like that to see for myself what works. If this is something that interests you, stay tuned, subscribe, and welcome. So, you have a big event coming up and you want to look your absolute best. You're meeting your classmates from 20 years ago. You are going to a wedding, whatever that is. You just want to look your best. Here are some of the simple things you can do. They don't cost a lot of money, but they're really, really effective. So let's start with a little bit of the diet change for about 3 days before your event. You want to make sure you're going to start drinking lots of green tea, 3 to 5 cups a day. You want to make sure you include salmon in your diet and walnuts, anything that has omega-3s and good fats in it. You also want to make sure you eat a lot of melon throughout the day and blueberries. You want to pack up on vitamin C, and you want to pack up on anything that does skin lightening. So this thing is kind of your emergency lightener. You take this 3 times a day, and with food, you see the results immediately. Your skin will just lighten. It's just gonna lighten. It's gonna look great. The other things that we're going to do is few hours before your big event, you are going to spend a lot of time on your face. You're going to do a couple masks, you're going to do a massage, and you're going to relax a little bit. Happy glowing! So what are we going to have on our menu today? First, we are going to make a mask, and we're going to use, I think this is a rice jam and the rice bran. And we're going to use a little bit of the raw sugar, so the natural ingredients. And I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there. So this mask is clearing, tightening. It's going to make your skin really smooth, hopefully, and kind of prep it for the next steps. So after we're done with our mask, we are going to do a little bit of lactic acid peel to make sure we have nothing left on the top of the skin. And then we're going to do a gua sha massage with the olive oil. You can use any oil you like. I like olive oil, the same kind I put on my salad basically. Just extra virgin, really cheap stuff. You can get, anybody has it. Then we're going to do a little bit of this, and this is the Amla tool. It's going to do a little bit. We're going to go here and release any tension if you have any here. This is going to slim your face a little bit. And we're going to finish up with just the hands massage. And after we've done all of that, we're going to do another mask. And this is just a hydrating mask. This is the snail essence mask. You can use whatever you have on hand that just hydrates. Usually those come in those sheet masks because they're supposed to stay wet on your skin while they're doing their job. So to prepare this mask, I'm going to put a teaspoon. It's a teaspoon of rice bran. And maybe a couple of, there's a heap of rice jam. You want a good amount of dry powder in here because we're going to cover our neck as well. a touch of olive oil, not a lot. And I'm gonna put a little bit of sugar in here as well. About a teaspoon. And then I'm going to put some green tea in here. And make a paste. Something that you know that's not going to slide off of your face, and something that's not totally dry so it's hard to spread. So like right now I need a little bit more liquid. Might as well put it everywhere else too. Okay, see the consistency? It's sort of, it's not really like drippy, but it's getting there. I have nothing on my face right now. I just washed it, it's completely clean. So we're just going to put this all over the face. Don't forget to get like close to the ears. And then get the jawline really good. Try not to put it everywhere else all over your house while you do it, unlike me. So you're going all the way under your chin, and then you want to go get your neck as well. We're going to leave this on for about 15 minutes. We don't want it to dry to a complete concrete, but we want all the stuff kind of lifted. And when you wash this off, you want to kind of soak it a little bit so it doesn't damage your skin and doesn't rip anything off when you remove this. So 15 minutes, and I'll be right back. It's been 15 minutes. So as you can see, it's still kind of damp on the face everywhere. You can kind of move it around. So it was a pretty thick layer, and you want that thick layer that doesn't really like dry up and starts like peeling off in chunks. I'm gonna wash it off and I'll be right back. So because we're doing the massage with the oil later, you don't want to use any kind of soap to rinse off your mask, and your face is still going to have like a little bit of almost like slightly oily, maybe a little bit of particles left here and there, and it's totally fine. So next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take lactic acid 5%. If your face can tolerate it, take 10%. Mine is pretty sensitive, so I don't want any more acid than that. And what this is going to do, you're going to put this, press it all over your face, and this is going to go on your face under the oil that you're going to use for your massage. So anything that can be dissolved on the top surface of your skin is going to be dissolved because there's a little bit of acid, and then you're going to do a little bit of rubbing, and just like mechanical and chemical, light chemical portion of it will take care of it. So olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, really, really cheap. You can use rose hip oil or avocado oil, whatever oil that works for you and for your skin type. Mine is sensitive and acne prone, so olive oil has worked really well for me. I never reacted to it, so this is what I'm using. So you want to put a good thick layer on, and we're gonna do a little bit of gua sha tool first. And what this does, it moves the lymph out of your face down towards down of the lymph drainage, basically, or you'll have a bunch of lymph nodes going down here. So we're gonna move the lymph up, and then we're gonna kind of drain this down the neckline. And then we're gonna go follow up with the release of this muscle and a little bit of massage later. So just to spread this, you want to start going upwards. The motions for your hands, they're not too rough. You don't want to pull the skin, but you also have oil on top. So hopefully that will prevent it. So you definitely don't want to drag and pull anything. You want to make sure everything glides. And we're kind of going to start with one side first, then we go to the next one. I like putting this longer part of the gua sha tool to the jawline, and you basically pull this up to your ear and you stop there. You don't drag, you want to make sure your skin is not getting stretched out while you do this. And you want to go about 10 times per area, just kind of lightly brushing everything up. And then you want to move up. Move up. And move up. So this part, because you're going to get your eye underneath here, you want to go even lightly. And again, you're going towards the lymph nodes in the back. So if you have eye bags, stay in this area for a little bit longer. And it's not the amount of pressure that you put in, it's the number basically of strokes to kind of move anything, any liquid out of the area. So the more you do it, the less liquid is left. And then when you went once, you want to kind of go down the neckline, so around your ear, and just go down. You can even go down to your shoulder just to make sure that all that lymph that you had just moved to the back of the ear or in front of the ear is going draining down. So I usually do this motion for about 10 to 20 times. And then you want to go back to your gua sha tool and do this again just 10 times per area. Move up. Move up. And the eye. Again, we want to drain all the lymph down. And then you want to work a little bit on your orbital area. So basically, I put this longer flat side next to the eye, and you want to push more on the eyebrow when you do this motion. And so that wakes up your eye basically when you do this. And again, if you want to move the lymph out of around, if you have some pressure here and stuff like that, your main lymph node is here, right in between your kind of nose and eyebrow. So if you press that and you move that down around your eyebrow and out to your temple, basically. Then if you have hooded eyes, or if you just kind of maybe a little bit sagging here, you want to spend a little bit more time in this area. You want to hold this so you don't stretch the skin out in here. And you want to make sure that this area is just gently kind of almost, it's slightly massaged, but again, it's improving the lymph flow. So if you do this for a few minutes, your eyelid will lift, and you will see the difference, right, when you're doing this. And again, you want to make sure it goes to your hairline here, and you want to move this down. If you want to have a little bit of smoother area around here, and some girls or guys will get it over here, you want to go up, because this now it's around the hairline and not necessarily just the ear, that all of your lymph nodes are located around the face. So you want to kind of brush up, and you go in with you're starting a little bit below your eyebrow, so on your bone, basically, and you gently kind of rolling everything up. If you have 11s here, you want to spend a little bit more time here. And you basically want to relax this muscle here, because all it does is when you create 11s, it's doing this, that muscle. And you want to go kind of almost against the grain, because it's going this way. You want to go this way. And you just go up and down. Don't go too hard. It's just, it should be pleasant. It should not be unpleasant when you do this. Again, the key here is to spend a little bit of time here rather than pressure. So then, when you're done with one side, you're just going to do the same thing on the other side. Just want to spread the oil really good here. 10 times. Move up. Move up. And be gentle under this area. Remember, eye bags, spend more time here. Then you want to drain. And you want to do it again. You do it right. 10 times. Move up. Move up. And then the eye area. I'm going to drain. And we're going to spend a little bit of time on the other eyebrow. And then go up. So the next part of the massage, I am going to put even more oil on my hands, and we're going to work a little bit on this area back here. And we're going to go lightly. You don't want to hurt anything, you don't want to pull anything, you don't want to stretch anything. It's literally, it's like little baby hands. And you just go up and down. It should be pleasant, it should not be unpleasant. And then you go the opposite direction. And you stay, I'll show you on this side. You stay here for about maybe a minute or two on each side, and you're gonna go circular motions. Really, you just kind of want to relax it here. And this tool will help you with that. You can also go here. You want to go up. If you have marionette lines over here, that's your muscles that go right here and attach over here. So you want to release these muscles here as well. And again, you just kind of go up and down, maybe a little bit of circular motion, and it should be pleasant. Stay here for a little bit. Do the other side. So for people where they have this heavy line over here and the cheeks are kind of sagging, you can go up with this tool right around this area where the heaviness is happening. So it will relax the muscle that's going, it attaches here and goes down to here basically, and that's the muscle you want to work. And you want to kind of relax this muscle again. So the fibers going this way, so you're going up and down, but you also want to make sure you're kind of going outwards a little bit. And that's the muscle that creates this heaviness around the nose in some people. So relax this area a little bit. So now your hand should be very oily and everything on your face should just glide when you touch it. If you don't have enough oil on your face, put some more oil on your face. Now we're gonna go with just the massage, and I'm going to show you one side of the massage, and I'm going to turn off the video. You're going to finish up this massage. I want you to do this. I want you to put Alexa or whatever you have the timer on for 15 minutes, and you're gonna work on just the one side of your face for 15 minutes until the timer goes off. And you're just going to repeat this over and over and over again on one side. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put the timer on for 15 minutes and you're going to go over and over the same way on the other side. All of your motions are either going outwards or they're going up. You want to lift the face up. You want all of the tissues to kind of go in the other direction of the gravity. That's what's making us useful. This is what is going to make us look great. So we're going to start with our neck and we're going to go up. Then we're going to switch the direction here. And what we're doing here, we're going with the jawline. That's basically you constantly grabbing and pulling it that way and also up. So you're almost kind of pulling everything up and attaching it back where it used to be. And then all you gotta do from now is just going in the same motion, and you're going maybe like around 45-degree angle up. So you can see that I'm starting here and I'm finishing almost at the top of the ear. And when you get to the end here, you want to press lightly. So when you press in this lightly at the end of this motion, it's activating the lymph nodes here, and you're constantly putting pressure up and down. You're basically pumping it, and you're creating this manual pump, and all of the blood is rushing here. So you're moving the lymph up. All of the blood is here. It's going to bring all sorts of nutrients back to the skin. So this is what you're doing. And then every now and then you want to make sure that that lymph is drained. So you're going to go down, just like you did before. You can also go up directly, especially if you have any issues around this area, around the mouth. If you have the marionette lines and folds over here, you want to kind of make sure you go over it and go up to your eye. And again, you don't want to pull anything. So when it's gliding motion. It's not really moving any tissue per se, but it's activating everything underneath and bringing blood, releasing any kind of tension that creates the folds, and making your face and skin very, very fresh. Then we go down. So around the eye area, you're gonna go this way so that you don't go that way. You're gonna go this way, light motions. You press the lymph node over here and you move the lymph out, and then you go down. And sometimes you can do, so you're moving the lymph from here. If you have the eye bag, that helps to resolve the situation. And then you're moving it the same for the hood that may be present. And then you drain. The worse the eye area, you want to spend a little bit of time here. You may even dedicate 15 minutes of its own for just the eye area. If you have really hooded eyebrows that are just kind of hanging on top of the eye, you can go and do the same thing that we did before with the gua sha tool. And again, you want to start on the brow bone, so underneath your eyebrow, and you want to go up, and your eyebrow kind of moves with it, basically. And that lifts everything. That's also this muscle over here that may not be working, and maybe just kind of in this stretched position, that gets toned up. So the more you do this, the better, basically. So this treatment before your big event, you want at least an hour, and in between, you when you start a new makeup, basically. You want your skin to kind of calm down. So it is going to be red, just from because you're constantly pressing on it, on your skin. So it's going to be a little bit flushed, a little bit red. You want to make sure it kind of calm down. It's also going to be extremely exfoliated. So I don't know if you want to put anything right on top of it. So give it a little bit of time to kind of relax and calm down before you start the actual makeup. Also, don't use anything new. Like if you haven't used the lactic acid, I probably wouldn't use it right before the event. You want to make sure all of the ingredients are solid. You've tried this, you've never reacted to any of them, and you're just doing that. You don't want any surprises. So that's it. I'm going to continue doing that, and then when I'm back, we're going to do the last step. It's been 30 minutes or so. I washed my face. It feels super smooth. I don't know about baby, but this is way smoother than that for sure. So I did use soap. I used a gentle cleanser to rinse off all the oils because I am going to finish up with the moisturizing mask. And I think you keep this on for about 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes usually. And like I said, you want to make sure you have a little bit of time between you start applying your makeup on for your event. I don't know how to have this thing. I totally look like a cute one. Moisturize my ears. So you want to make sure you get your neck a little bit with the serum that you have left. Maybe even here or go everywhere. Your hands. 15 minutes, you're gonna keep this on. You don't usually rinse off those types of masks. This is the mask that's supposed to kind of be absorbed by your skin when you take off the sheet and that you're kind of ready. You should be glowy, you should be very, very fresh looking. So far, I haven't seen a better thing that could work like that right before your event. In combination with your diet and the massage, you're going to look amazing. It's been about an hour. I put my foundation on, a little bit of mascara and a little bit of lipstick, and I think I'm ready for my big event. What do you guys think? Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and happy glowing!